It's on, the biggest Maytag sale of the year at Lowe's. Buy 2 select laundry appliances and get up to a $100 bonus via instant rebate. Shop all things Maytag, including the new stackable Pet Pro laundry system that removes pet hair from clothes. Lowe's, we help, you save. Offer valid through 5/31. See store for pricing and offer details. Advertise savings on all major Maytag appliances through Maytag.com and participating retailers. Prices may vary. Additional terms and conditions apply.
And here's how some U.S. networks broke the sad news concerning former U.S. President Joe Biden.
Breaking news out of the White House about former President Joe Biden. His office just revealed that the 46th president is diagnosed with an aggressive form of prostate cancer.
We begin tonight with breaking news as former President Joe Biden has been diagnosed with what they're calling an aggressive form of prostate cancer, which has spread to his bones. This is according to his personal office.
We are following breaking news right now. Former President Joe Biden has been diagnosed with prostate cancer. A statement from the personal office of the former president says that while the cancer represents, quote, a more aggressive form of the disease, the cancer appears to be hormone sensitive, which allows for effective management.
Well, let's pick up on that line. You heard, by the way, Fox News, then CNN, finishing with ABC News. Simon Marks is LBC's Washington correspondent. Do we know yet, Simon, anything about potential treatment for the former president? Morning to you.
Morning, Nick. Well, we know that the president is reviewing treatment options, and there are several. He could undergo radiation therapy. There is the possibility that he undergoes surgery to have his prostate removed. He and his family, I think, will want to make a timely decision about all of this because, remember, he is 82. According to his physicians, this prostate cancer is aggressive and is stage 4. It has already metastasized to his bones. So that means that it is not at this stage curable. This is all about managing the prostate cancer and trying to ensure that the cancer cells do not spread at pace, but that their spread can be controlled and restricted. Obviously, at his advancing age, there has to be thought given to just what sort of life expectancy he has. Doctors are suggesting, according to media reports and the president's office, that with effective treatment, he could expect to live another 3, 5, some even suggest as long as 10 years. Sympathy clearly abounding for the former president, but there are also questions out there about how this was detected relatively late, given that this is stage 4 and aggressive.
And this comes, of course, then questions about his health as a slew of books come out, question his ability and whether he should have, whether he should have stood down prior to last year's election considerably earlier.
Yes, absolutely. And of course, he's been pushing back at all of those books, pushing back also, despite the release last week of audio of the interviews that he gave in October of 2023 to Special Prosecutor Robert Hur, who was investigating allegations that Joe Biden had mishandled classified documents. And if you listen to those tapes, you can hear the president, who at the time, of course, was still running for re-election, struggling to understand some of the questions that he was being asked, his staff having to furnish him with the answers. And there are questions now about, given that the president underwent annual physicals, how is it possible that his physicians at the White House did not detect this prostate cancer earlier? Were they, in fact, looking for it? Did they suspect that it was there? And how, if there were any suspicions, did all of this play in ultimately to Joe Biden's decision, clearly mistaken with hindsight, to try and stay in the presidential race and think that he could govern the United States for another 4 years?
Simon, he was the governing or president of the United States. Let's speak of the man who is, and a telephone call with Putin.
Very big day for Donald Trump. His credibility now absolutely on the line, and it will be determined in very large measure by the outcome of this phone conversation with Vladimir Putin later today, because, of course, Donald Trump last week, while he was traveling in the Middle East, indicated that he viewed himself as now being absolutely indispensable in trying to broker a ceasefire between Vladimir Putin and Volodymyr Zelensky. So having claimed that you're indispensable in the process, process. Today, the rubber hits the road with that call to Vladimir Putin. Is the president going to be able to persuade him to engage in a ceasefire? The signs are not good because within the last 24 hours, the Russians have unleashed over 270 drones on Ukraine, the largest bombardment using drones, I think, since this war began.
Simon Marks, LBC's Washington correspondent, reporting.